Hi there guys, it's Mike from the Academy team and I am here at Canon today with my good friend Dave. Hey. And how are you getting on today?
Yeah, very good, very good.
So you have another couple of cameras to show me. It's always fun to come here. What have we got this time?
Well, we've got the EOS M50, which is a new addition to our mirrorless lineup.
Awesome, let's have a look. So these are the brand new EOS M50s, and I'm quite excited about these because I had a hands-on before we started playing the video and I didn't really want to stop because I make the video because I was having fun playing with it. Tell me about it, tell me where it sits, give me the lowdown.
Okay, so where this will sit in the lineup, it'll sit above the M100, which is our entry level, so the first mirrorless that we have, and between the, below the M6 and the M5. Now, if you look at this camera, if you look at the kind of control that you've got on here, it's quite a simple camera to use.
I really love this.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, the screen is massive. But it's very, very clean camera to use. Very, very simple on its button layout. So you don't get, it's basically most of it is menu driven.
Yeah.
So you'd be driving it from the touchscreen on the back here, which I think is great for people if this is the first type of camera they've ever handled, if they're used to using a smart device or something like that. I think this should be an easier camera to get yourself started on and get yourself going around. I mean, saying that, we do still have the dial on the top, which we're synonymous with, really, isn't it?
People, yeah, and this really nice settings control ring, the manual function button, the record button right next to the shutter button. Really nice for a one-handed operation.
Yeah, you can. I mean, all the buttons are down one side, and we do on quite a number of our cameras, which makes it, once again, being able to use the camera one-handed, or being able to concentrate on one hand on the lens, one hand on the body itself, makes it very, very quick to use and just a nice shooting experience.
So talk to me about the insides. Talk to me about the sensor.
Right. Okay. So this will. I mentioned this is a very simple camera to use, but actually internally it will be the most advanced mirrorless camera we've had. Reason being, it's got Digic 8 inside it. So our latest processor inside there. It's got the new sensor as well, so it's got 24 million pixel sensor in here. The sensor has dual pixel CMOS AF, which I know you're chuffed about on you.
I love dual pixel. As a videographer, dual pixel has just really changed when it was introduced with the like the 70D, the 70 Mark II and the 80D. I just loved it. It really made my life really easy for slow pull focusing and just knowing that once it locked onto a face, that was it. You could stop and forget about it. And I know that made it very popular with vloggers. So having it in something that's so light will make them very happy, I'm sure. I
think you'd be glad to hear that dual pixel CMOS AF is improved.
Ooh.
So it covers a larger area. You can also select more points on there. If you're tracking a moving subject, it'll track over a larger area as well. So if your subject's got a really erratic movement, you have the ability to, you've got a better chance of keeping it in focus. How much larger an area, sort of?
It
varies. It's about 2.5 times the size, but it really does vary depending on the type of subject and this kind of thing, and how the camera is working. Now, something else that's really good with the AF that's changed is we now have IAF. So the cameras normally have face detection, which is great in this kind of thing, but sometimes the face detection can pick up whatever's closest to the lens, which can sometimes be your nose, which isn't the most flattering thing to be focused on.
We both, of course, look through lenses all the time. So I'm guessing glasses, as long as they're clean, shouldn't give.
Obviously, there can be reflections and this kind of thing, which can trick it. But it's
not going to lock onto my frames, but it can see my eye.
No. And the great thing is you can select between which eye as well if you wanted to. If there's a particular eye that's nearer the camera or whatever,
well, you know,
can do that.
I like my left eye near the camera, and you wanted your right. If he insisted, he sit on this side.
So that's the dual pixel CMOS AF. It's great to see that we're moving this this technology forward. So Digic 8 makes the camera faster as well.
Yes.
If you're tracking a moving subject, you've got 7.4 frames a second, or with a static subject, like if you're trying to photograph photograph some golf, or maybe someone playing baseball or something, you can get up to 10 frames a second, which is really good. But one other thing that the new Digic processor gives you, which I think once again is something you'll be quite pleased about, is it gives you 4K.
So that is great. That is having 4K in such a small camera body is always a good thing to have.
So it's first time.
And that's internal. That's internal recording 4K.
That's right. It's the first time on a product of this type for us. So we've had 4K on the 5 Series, 1 Series, Cinema EOS, XC products, so our video products. We've had 4K there, but it's great to now see it at this level. Okay, we weren't the first people to bring this to the market, but we feel the technology is now right for us to be able to do this. You know, you've got to think about things like heat, battery life, and all this kind of thing. So we feel that the feature set on here now will give people a really nice experience of 4K.
Awesome. So you say the touchscreen.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite features from one of the other mirrorless in the series was when I was looking through the viewfinder, I could touch the back screen and move my
On the
focus.
M5. Yeah.
That's on this one as well?
Yep, so you've got touch and drag AF. So yeah, so quite often if you're using the viewfinder, you've got to go through the buttons or the menu to change the AF points. But it's so nice to be able to just hold the camera up to your face, then using your thumb, touch the screen, and you can change the AF point.
Always a fun one to kind of try and demonstrate is like this, and I can point at my cameras and I can move my AF point. And I like that there's two, and I'll need to try and film through the camera to show this. I can see my thumb has an orange circle, but then I'm also noticing that there's like an autofocus with a white rectangle as well.
Yeah.
So what's happening there? That's two kinds of focus happening at the same time?
So basically what's happening there is the camera is telling you where it wants to focus, and you're saying, well, you like to move it to this point here. And then you should see the box change if you take your finger off. It should actually move across to that box.
And it gives me the tracking option. It allows me to start the tracking. So another thing I really noticed that I'm a big fan of is there's a mic port.
Yep, microphone input. So standard 3.5mm jack.
So that allows you to put hot shoe mics and things. So really, I really feel like sort of run and gun filmmakers, vloggers, people who want to do video on the go are really going to get a lot out of this camera.
Yeah, we find a lot of vloggers really enjoy the G7X Mark II. I think it's a fantastic
we have noticed that too.
And I think this potentially could be a really nice step up for those guys. If they've been using that for a while, they might want to step up to a product like this where you can start to.
It was definitely when I first picked it up. It definitely has that kind of feel, because it's a similar sort of body size and sort of thickness. It's got similar feeling grip. So I definitely got that vibe when I first picked it up. So I definitely agree. I think this would be a good option for vloggers. So we've got a microphone import, we've got the command dial, we've got the dials and things. Take me around the rest of the body. What else do we have on the body?
Well, I mean, so something else I'd like to talk about I think is really good is the connectivity on this. Okay. So this will be pretty much one of the most connected cameras that we have. You've got Wi-Fi, you've got NFC, you've also got Bluetooth on here as well. So it's a low energy Bluetooth. Gives you different ways of doing the ways of connecting up. The Bluetooth has a bigger range on it, and you can fire the shutter button and this kind of thing. Obviously with the Wi-Fi you can transfer images, you can control the camera remotely and this kind of thing. We've also got a new feature on here which is called automatic transfer, which if you set up the app and you tell the app that you want to do automatic transfer, when you take a photo, if you've got the app running, the image will automatically go straight across to your smart device. So you don't have to press any buttons or do anything. Your images will be there on your smart device, and then you can share them or do whatever you want.
Straight onto Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely nice and quick.
Minimising the amount of time from my selfie to get onto Instagram. I like it.
And I love the idea of just having it backed up instantly as well, which I think is great.
That's going to be a big thing as well. It's almost kind of like tethering to a smartphone, being able to just see it, and it's great if you're shooting and someone else is holding your phone. They don't then have to rush over and like, oh, can I see it? They can actually just look at it on the they can just look at it on the phone straight away.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Very easy.
And there's lots of other little things we put on here as well. I've got like silent shooting mode on here. You've got digital lighting optimizer, which is the first time on the camera like this. We've also got a new RAW file on here as well, which is something
RAW file?
Yeah, as in, so it's a RAW 3. Okay. Now the idea of this is that it's still a RAW file, but it's 40% smaller than the standard RAW.
Okay.
It kind of replaces we've had like SRAW 1 and SRAW 2. It kind of replaces those. Okay. And that you still get the benefits of a 14-bit RAW, but it's 40% smaller. So it just makes that a little bit more manageable.
Still gives you the creativity of RAW.
Yeah, the same parameters.
But without having to have a massive memory card. Maybe you've shot a lot and you don't want to delete anything, and you've only got a little bit of space left. You can make that choice rather than having to. It would give you an extra like 20% of photos quite easily.
Oh, so yeah.
Cool.
So there you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for showing these to me.
That's all right, no problem.
If you'd like any more information on the EOS M50, you can check it out at jessops.com or visit any one of our stores. Thank you so much, Dave.
No worries.
And we look forward to seeing you next time. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.